Hello, YouTube. It's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 6, Episode 19. 500 Days a Bummer. So yeah, we're just going to get on to it. This is the second to last episode before the tell-all. So yeah, we got a lot to discuss. So last week I decided not to do the Other Way recap only because like last week they only showed 3 couples and they did again this week too, but this one is a little bit more telling than last week and everything. So the first couple I want to talk, and we haven't seen them in a while, is Sarper and Shekinah. So the last time we seen Shekinah and Sarper, Shekinah was getting her nose surgery done, and she was saying that Sarper has been doing a really good job of taking care of her during the recovery. They showed pictures of her during the recovery, and like she had black eyes and a bruised nose, and it just looked bad. But she finally fully healed, and she likes her nose, and she says Sarper likes her nose and everything. So she's still from that. Now, remember that K1 visa thing that they applied for? Well, they ain't even engaged. And somehow, some way, they got approved for the K1 visa. And so Shekinah decides to, Sarper was at the gym. Shekinah decides to surprise him when he gets home, like putting on this like little sexy outfit with this like white wig and stuff and everything. And he comes in and she was like, babe, so you know why? Normally, like I get like a whip and we role play, but this time I have my phone. You know why? He's like, why? Your visa has been approved. Now, Sarper, she's like, yay. Sarper is not thrilled about it. He really, really doesn't want to come to the U.S. He mentioned, he was just like, Shekinah is all excited, and I want to be excited too, but I'm just not. But I'm not going to show it right now since she's all excited and everything. He was like, I do love Shekinah, and I do want to marry Shekinah, but, I really don't want to go to the U.S. So he said he'll enjoy the moment. So he takes his shirt off and they start role playing or whatever and everything. And then later we seen Sarper go shopping with his cousin. And because I guess in Turkey, you actually had to have an engagement ceremony and everything. And he's planning on proposing to Shekinah like that way and stuff. He said in America, you just put the ring on the finger and that's it. Well, in Turkey, there's like a ceremony and stuff. And I'm telling you, these other countries, they really go at it, like with these engagement ceremonies, these weddings and stuff. I'm telling you, I want to get married in another country. Trust me. Trust me, I'm getting married in another country. Because, I mean, them weddings are lit and stuff. And so he tells his cousin that, she's helping him, tuxedo shop and everything. And, he wants to really convince Shekinah that he doesn't want to come to the U.S. and everything. And the cousin's like, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work. But, you really want to propose to her and hope that she will stay. But she was also like, no, Shekinah, she probably would. You never know. But Shekinah's not going to be too thrilled about it because they went through all the paperwork and the approval and stuff and everything. So they really got no choice. And spoiler alert, they showed like a slight little preview of the tell-all. Sarper and Shekinah are at the tell-all in the studio. So Sarper made it to America, and rumor has it they're going to be on season 11 of 90 Day Fiancé. So they're in America. He's in America. I'm curious to see how their journey comes in America. I'll preview the tell-all at the end of the video and stuff, or at least what I read. But that was Sarper and Shekinah. Next couple I want to talk is, and this is going to be the last we see of them, Statler and Dempsey. Okay, Statler and Dempsey, by the way, will not be at the tell-all, which is unfortunate. I thought it was just rumored that it was just going to be not Statler, but I guess Dempsey backed out of the tell-all as well. I knew Statler was going to be there. Originally, Dempsey was still supposed to be there and stuff, but she's not. Maybe she is, I don't know, but it really doesn't look like it. But anyway, in this episode, the last time we've seen Statler and Dempsey, Dempsey like went out on her own and came back crying, because Statler was just in a mood and was working and whatever. This episode, they before Statler went to work, they decided to go on this like little train ride. Well, Statler claimed that she booked the wrong train, and they just took like a little, like it looked like a little those trains that you see at the mall for the kids, and that's what it basically was. But they took a ride around the city that they were in on this train, and it was cute. It was cute. Dempsey was really like smiling at first and everything. And then along came just the deep conversations that we had to have on a train. Their little girlfriend agreement is that Statler works, Dempsey takes care of all the van, like the cooking, the cleaning, and keeping the van, whatever. I guess they want to get like a table or whatever in there, because so Statler can work easier instead of working on the bed and stuff or whatever. And she asked if Dempsey can order it. And Dempsey said, well, you're on your computer, you order everything yourself, why can't you do it, basically? And that just caused like a whole like debate and everything. She's like, and everything, like why are you making a big fuss out of it and everything? And then it just went into the conversation of like who feels appreciated and stuff. Like Dempsey feels no matter what she does, it's never going to be good enough for Statler and everything. Statler feels like, like maybe this love was just not enough and everything and stuff. So they're discussing all of that and everything. And then, when they get off the train, like they had to really adjust their relationship. They said that Statler is like, I'm gonna we have to give ourselves 2 months to see where we're at and everything, because like Dempsey is feeling that like she's really positive and everything, and Statler's just negative. She doesn't want to change herself for Statler and everything. Dempsey did admit that she has some things that she could work on, but they both do and everything. Statler gave like basically a 2-month timeline basically for them to get their relationship together, and she said if it doesn't work, then they're going to plan on selling the van and going their separate ways. Now, what was sad about this episode with that was that when they were talking about it, they showed like a little montage of Statler and Dempsey's beginning when they were on last season of Before the 90 Days, and then at the beginning of this season with The Other Way, like them traveling and stuff, their first meeting, their little bathtub scene back on B90, and then like what they're doing now and stuff. It's sad because like, I had high hopes for Statler and Dempsey because I was begging for them to come back for another season, and they did. But Statler broke her NDA. Statler's just been bashing her on social media. That's basically why they're not going to be at the tell-all, or at least why Statler won't be at the tell-all. It's just basically because like breaking her NDA. She said at the beginning of the season that they're not together. Dempsey's stole the van or stole the money or whatever, all that little crap and everything. And then on top of that, Statler feels like she hasn't been treated right by production. Now, other castmates, I guess like Corona and Riley, like called Statler out. It's like, girl, just stop. Because not everyone had the same experience as you did. We had our own little personal experiences, but it wasn't like that and everything. And I noticed like the people who don't get along with production are the ones that call the show fake and they feel victimized and everything. Those are the ones who don't get along with production, because I noticed that with a lot of these people that have been on 90 Day. Everybody, all the fans are like, "Oh, the show's fake. Oh, it's heavily produced. But this, and that, and everything." The castmates that don't get along with with production are the ones that call it fake. The ones who do get along say it's all real. So Statler just calling it all fake and everything, and didn't want to do it and everything because she ain't getting along with production clearly. So, but but back to this episode, they, if it just neither one of them feel like they're being appreciated in the relationship, and and it's sad because I thought they were a cute couple. They were odd, but they were cute and everything. So I'm sorry that this has to end the way it is, but this is the last we're going to see of Statler and Dempsey. More than likely, just Statler and everything. So yeah, that was unfortunate. And the last couple we got to talk is James and Tata. Now, I love them. I really do. But, they had a really nice wedding last week. Real nice wedding. Remember a couple weeks ago, Tata's sister Angel came in, and she started a rumor about James in the beginning and stuff. Last week, she apologized for that rumor and stuff and everything, but it's whatever. This episode, James and Tata talk, and James has been like really adamant about going back to America. He feels like he's just not making it here financially. They dug too deep into their savings. They still got that car they got to pay off. Remember at the beginning of the season, they said they still have to make payments on the car and stuff and everything back in the U.S. He has to do all of that, and he just feels like there's no choice but to go back to America. Obviously, Tata starts crying, and I'm going to get to more on that in a minute and everything. She's like, I don't want to go back. I feel so alone and everything. But James tried to explain, like, look, here's what we can do. We can go back. I'll start working again, save us some more money, and then we could come back and try this again, basically. And, and Tata's just like, I don't want you, everything. And, she really did not like it here. She really, really did not like it here. And so then after that conversation, Tata goes and talks to her sister. Her sister is about to go back to her hometown and everything. And they talked about the wedding and stuff and everything. And then Tata had told Angel and then the other sister that, like, we might be having to move back to America again. All of a sudden, Angel just starts having a breakdown and just starts crying. She's like, what? Why? Why is he changing his mind? And everything. I still don't trust him, but why is he changing his mind? I don't want to lose you again. and it just turned into a big crying fest. Now, I'm a sensitive guy myself. I could get teary-eyed on some things myself as a man. But Tata crying and then now her sister crying the way they did all season long was just kind of annoying. Like, even for me, and someone who does cry pretty often and everything. Tata cries like crazy. And okay, let me rephrase that. I don't cry that much. I am sensitive. I don't cry that much. Tata just drove me crazy with the crying. And that whole scene with them just both of them sobbing and stuff about it and everything was just like, okay, come on. I mean, I'm over the crocodile tears with her and stuff and everything. Her and Mary from last season of The Other Way. That was with Brandon from the Philippines. Like, I'm just over it. Like, like, for real, stop your crying. So after that, James and Tata have another conversation about it. And Tata, like, she told James that she had the conversation with her sister. Now, James got really mad about that. He was like, why are you telling our business like that? We haven't even fully decided what we're doing and all that. You gonna tell our business and stuff and everything and all that and whatever. And she was like, well, like, it's my family, basically, and everything. But yeah, well, same thing. But, you got mad when I did it. So like, why are you doing it, basically? And she's like, I'm sorry, but I just don't want to feel alone in this situation, basically, and everything. James tried to convince her that you're not going to be alone and everything. I moved here for a reason to be with you so you wouldn't be alone and stuff and everything. So Tata starts crying again. And she was like, at least what could we do? Could we have, I would like to see Angel like like so often. And I wonder if you could sponsor her a visa so she could come visit. James got pissed at that, and he was pissed. He was just like, okay, you haven't even made a decision on if you wanted to come back, and now you want me, and now you're making plans with other people and stuff and everything. Like, is that your plan and everything? And she was like, well, I'm not going to see them for a couple of years and stuff. And he was just like, that's not the point. That's not where we're at and everything. And all of a sudden, Tata gets mad and just like, yeah, whatever. And then storms off and just goes crying to her mother. Now, I agree. In this situation, I agree with James. I think that she has not made the decision. I understand that Tata does not want to come back to live here in the United States. I get that. It's fine. You're homesick. You prefer to be in your country. I get it. But she didn't want to choose between her family and James and stuff and everything. But James made a valid point. He said that like, we haven't even seen Angel in 3 years. I had never even met Angel until now, and she started that rumor. And she just now came back to your life after a couple years. Now you want me to sponsor her? Like, get the heck out of here. Like, I don't know what Tata is thinking and stuff, but like, she's just not thinking really. And so, like I said, she stormed off and crying and went crying to her mother and everything, and that was basically that. So, yeah, that was basically the episode. I mean, James and Tata, I'm just so over the crocodile tears. Like, it's just, they are still together. I do know there's going to be some allegations at the tell-all. So I didn't see they didn't show like a full-blown preview of the tell-all. I think we'll see the full preview of the tell-all next week, but they just showed like a glimpse, like 1-2 episodes left before the tell-all and everything. And I've seen that Sarper and Shekinah will be in the studio, and I also seen that Tata is going to be in the studio as well. So they must have had him come back to America shortly. Now, I was reading the descriptions for the next basically 3 weeks and everything. And for the tell-all, I guess well, in this episode, we didn't see Corona and Inky, Josh and Lily, and Joanne and Sean. But I guess in the tell-all, because I think Corona kind of broke her NDA too, but she'll be at the tell-all. Her and Inky ain't together. And they're going to talk about that. They're going to talk, I guess Tata is going to say that James cheated, accusing James of cheating. And I guess like Joanne's mom, remember Donna? I guess she's going to get into it with Shekinah. I don't know why, but we'll see. But that ain't for another like 3 weeks, and I think that's gonna be on part 2. There's only gonna be a 2-part tell-all, as only that we need. We don't need 5 parts like we did for Happily Ever After. But yeah, but like I said, in this episode we didn't see Corona and Inky or Josh and Lily or Joanne and Sean. We will see them next week though for the finale. We got one more regular episode left. This, like I said, this is the last episode we're gonna ever see of Statler and Dempsey and everything, and it's unfortunate. But anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. I'll be back on Sunday, Sunday and Monday to recap Before the 90 Days. There is no Married at First Sight this week due to the election. Now, guys, it's election day now. Please go out and vote. I don't care who you vote for. That's not my business. Y'all don't need to know who I'm voting for. I don't need to know who you're voting for. I don't need a political debate here or nothing. Just go vote. We have a right to vote. Just go vote. Make your voices heard. Okay, just go out and vote. It's important. And one thing about voting, it's free. So just go out and vote. Again, I don't care who you vote for. Y'all, I don't need to know who y'all voting for. Y'all don't need to know who I'm voting for. But just go vote. So happy election day. Hope your candidate, best of luck to y'all's candidates and who you guys want and everything. And I'll see you guys next week. I'm sad that Married at First Sight ain't going to be on this week because of that, but it is what it is. I kind of wish it was on, take your mind off of things, being all worked up throughout the day and stuff, but it is what it is. So we'll be back next week, guys. So y'all stay safe and have a good one. Bye, y'all.